Hey guys, welcome back to Paper Mario. In this part, we're entering this scary desert area. And notice how it was nighttime when we went into this area, but now that we've gone inside, it's suddenly become day again.
It's a painting.
Yeah, it's a map painting.
What, there's paintings of a window? No, you can't. There was parallax scrolling right there.
It's the painting is outside the window.
Yeah, the painting was outside the window.
So what, there's just a painting like 30 feet away from the window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how parallax scrolling works.
Didn't you ever see the 60s Batman movie?
No. Anyway, the badge I just got is probably one of the most important in the game. It lets me jump on. Yes, it lets me jump on spiky enemies, so now I don't have to worry about. I pretty much don't have to worry about where enemies are on the field ever again.
Are you wearing cleats?
It's that one item that removes all strategy from the game.
Well, at least from this area, anyway. Not that it really matters at this point. It makes things quicker. Like, now I can do that and kill these guys in one turn.
But you're gonna hammer them anyway.
Well, and I think this is Dry Ruins. We get the Super Hammer in this area, which upgrades our attack power from 2 to 4, which makes it just faster to kill these guys anyhow. But it's nice to have the option, right?
Hammer.
But anyway, those guys can
Curse.
Well, I think these guys can poison you, but it's not use.
Points will increase. Useless.
Yeah, that's pretty useless. But we haven't gotten to the worst of it yet. It gets worse. Trust me, it gets much, much, much worse.
Oh look, that wasn't much of a puzzle at all. Dungeons? What's that?
Well, no, we have to do other things like.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Like we have to put it in this lock right here.
Ooh.
Ryan's making fun of things while he can.
See, look, a button.
See, I could be the Legend of Zelda 2.
That is the Egyptian pyramid maker's equivalent of hiding a key under the doormat.
What, putting it in plain sight?
In the next room, yeah.
Putting it in plain sight in the next room, directly beneath the door that it goes to.
See, I could be the Legend of Zelda 2.
Digga.
I break the key every time I use it too.
Because it's a thread.
It's a fad.
It's old-fashioned now.
No wait, why am I going? Nope, can't get that yet.
I do sort of like how this game tries to be platformy and stuff, but at the same time, it really is just walking from room to room, fighting enemies like in any other RPG.
Pretty much.
The platforming's pretty light. You don't ever have to do anything too hard, but it also helps sort of establish that, yeah, it's still kind of a Mario game. At least a little bit.
It does keep the feel up.
I can't think of any real point. Well, some points in Thousand Year Door kind of make you are a little bit challenging, but it's
Mostly
nothing
for extra stuff.
Mostly for extra stuff, yeah. Nothing comes to mind as being too impossible, though. Like, I don't think you ever take more than 1 point of damage if you fuck up the platforming section.
And then there's Super Paper Mario.
Well, there really isn't a whole lot of platforming in Super Paper Mario. It's essentially the same sort of progression style as these games.
And
it's
that's
just
why it's boring. Because there's no
just
RPG elements to it.
Well, there is. It's just
There
instead
is.
of doing action commands, you're just sort of jumping on the enemy 3 times and then it dies. And it's very subdued. It doesn't. I think Super Paper Mario's biggest problem is that it's trying to do 2 things at once and it can't do either particularly well.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make up its mind.
Yep.
A lot of games fall for that.
Yeah, it is right, though. Thinking deeper into it, there's just something odd about if you played Mario for as long as any of us have, where one jump on a Goomba is enough to kill it, and then you play Super Paper Mario, where it's a platformer in its heart, but you don't kill a Goomba now by stomping on it once. There's something very off-putting about that.
Indeed.
I still think that they should have just taken the script, left it alone, and then changed it to a traditional overworld town dungeon RPG formula.
The Paper Mario formula.
It would have been a much better game like that, because the writing and story in Super Paper Mario is arguably the best in the entire series. I say arguably because you could argue both ways for Thousand Year Door and that game. I like them.
I was enjoying what I was playing, but Thousand Year Door just did a lot of things right for me.
How far did you get in the Super Paper Mario before?
I don't even remember.
I got to like,
couldn't tell you.
I barely completed it.
Because I know that the point where most people agree that the game picks up is Chapter 3.
Francis.
Francis's chapter. Because Chapter 2 is definitely the most boring chapter in the entire game for that one. As a matter of fact, it tends to be sort of a dragging point in every single Paper Mario game I've played. Like, I haven't finished Sticker Star yet, and I got stuck, unsurprisingly, in Chapter 2. Not so much stuck. Not so much stuck, but just bored. Not that Chapter 2 in this game is particularly bad, it's just very light on anything. There isn't a whole lot of story elements here, there aren't a whole lot of characters here, there isn't a whole lot of plot here, it's just sort of a desert level, so there's not a whole lot to it.
Why is it called Paracarry?
Because,
He has a pair of wings that can carry you.
yeah.
Damn it, Ryan.
Sure, we can go with
No,
that.
I was like, wait. What did you say? Swooper.
No, Swooper is the name of the bat, Paracarry is the name of our partner here.
Oh, okay. I thought for a second there the bat's name was Paracarry. I was like, it's a very odd name.
No.
I think Para's a given. It can fucking fly.
Oh, a jingle sounded. Do I get the map now?
Dicka-dicka-dicka-dicka. Da-na-na-na.
That's the Zelda hidden room sound. I was wondering what the hell you were making at first, but
I've been
Does
making
it?
Zelda references this entire time.
yeah, I know that. But the sound Ted was making, I wasn't sure at first, and then I finally got it. It was like,
Oh,
wait,
Wahari.
no, it's not the Transformer sound effect. No.
Speaking of Zelda,
Yes.
so I'm talking about bombing walls.
Oh, yeah.
They're all
Only
over the
this
place.
game makes it obvious where we need to bomb walls.
When do I get the hook shot?
Hey, the only game that didn't make it obvious was Zelda 1.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like that game very much.
Well,
or at
then,
all, actually.
Don't judge the entire series off the first game. Link to the Past did it right.
So did Ocarina of Time.
I like this. Oh, wait, don't go into that room. Oops, I mean, ooh, scary.
Please pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
The boss to this chapter is one of my favorites, I will say, just because this boss is actually one of the ones that I think is one of the funnier written parts of the game, because he just sort of says he gets more and more, I think, less and less scary and more goofy as you get further and further into the dungeon.
Oh,
Which I
look,
find
an attempt at a puzzle.
Unfortunately, a game in 2001 is still not technologically advanced enough to make fire look like an orange puff of smoke.
It's more convincing than
Do I have to
than
shoot an arrow
Mario
through it?
64.
No, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's literally the exact same model, just that you're seeing it from only one side.
Now, I wouldn't say it's the exact same model, but it's the exact same kind of graphic. It's an
Yeah.
orange puff of smoke.
Well, it's kept on a wall as a torch, so it's a little bit more believable at the very least.
Oh, look, a hidden chest.
It
Is it
doesn't
the long
look even
shot?
vaguely believable. It just looks like an orange stain.
An orange stain that moves.
Yes, an orange stain that moves.
Anyway, that badge makes it so that you can walk slow without having to deal with the control analogness of the analog stick. Which I guess would theoretically make it useful for stealth section if you're just bad at that sort of shit.
Is this the Megaton hammer?
Yes, it is actually.
Woo! So I'm fighting Volvagia.
No, you're fighting a pharaoh.
Oh,
Are there desert levels in Zelda?
I love how
there's the,
Zelda for the
Desert
temple put a
Colossus.
sign up on the wall that basically says treasure chest this way.
Then he gets mad at you when you try to take it.
scumbag ghost.
I'm trying to remember what was the name of the desert area in Link to the Past. I think
Desert
it was
Colossus.
Turtle Rock.
And
No,
there's
that's the
also-
name of the swamp.
Yeah, there's also, what, the Desert Colossus?
Desert Colossus?
Mini boss time! Or wait, is this a mini boss? Yes, it is.
Oh, wait,
I
it's just called the Desert Palace.
Oh, the Desert Palace, my bad.
Stone
Well,
chomp.
that's boring.
There's
Don't
also
shake
the Gerudo area in
Stone Chomps, I was
Well,
right.
in Ocarina of Time as well as Twilight Princess.
Yeah, but that... Okay, I guess it counts. I guess it's just because Zelda's sort of a fantasy-ish
Well,
setting. Desert doesn't
name-
immediately jump to mind.
The name of the dungeon in Link to the Past is the Desert Palace. The desert itself is the Desert of Mystery.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what happens when you try to make a boring setting sound not boring. You just wind up making it sound even more boring.
I don't think Desert of Mystery necessarily sounds boring. It just sort of sounds lame. Because if you know that there's a mystery in there, that's not really a mystery now, is it?
Yeah,
But you
so
don't know
assume-
why it makes. You don't know why it makes the desert mysterious.
I have a
That's-
question. Why are these
Hey, wait, hey, look, Stone Chomp, power bomb, motherfuckers!
That's not relevant.
No, the attack I just used, it was called power bomb.
Oh, was it?
Yes, yes
Alright,
it was.
I wasn't paying attention. What were you
If that were
saying,
norm-
Lewis?
if that were normal Zelda logic, I'd have to use my Megaton hammer on them.
Jesus, John, pay attention.
What were you saying, Lewis?
I forget. Never mind.
Oh,
No.
damn it, Ted!
Well, it's not my fault. I was trying to fill a quota and you guys just weren't paying attention.
Oh, look, there's a map on the wall. Can I
Oh,
take it
okay. I was
with me?
gonna ask what they were chained to, since the chains don't seem to be attached to anything.
They aren't really chained to anything in this game.
Then what's the point of the chain?
So that they look like chain chomps.
Oh god, suddenly I'm having Aladdin flashbacks.
I can show... No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No, that's
Who's
the
this-
wrong part
who's
of the
this
movie.
we?
I was
It's
thinking
only
the
you.
dungeon. Specifically, I'm having flashbacks to the Sega Genesis game. Oh, that level. That level.
Was there really any difference between the Sega Genesis and SNES versions of those games?
I don't know. Never played the SNES version.
Because I think the hardware differences between the two would probably mean a bit more differences than like a 360 PS3 game today.
I'm not sure, but I think the two systems got entirely different games. But I could be thinking of a different franchise.
At least
I
it's
know-
not. At least
yeah.
it's not as hard as Lion King.
Indeed.
It's Lion King. Ugh.
Have any of you guys beaten that game?
I
No.
never got past the first level with adult Simba.
Yeah.
I've gotten, you know what? I don't think I ever got past the first adult Simba level either. I'm gonna have to go back and beat that game now. Damn.
Well, you're now officially Let's Playing Aladdin. So, okay, Disney picks right now.
Mickey's Magical Quest.
Toy Story.
Well, alright, so you have Aladdin and Toy Story 1.
Yes.
Mickey's
Okay.
Magical Quest.
I'll do
Toy
Lion.
Story 1, it's like all the nightmares of my childhood rolled up into one, and I will enjoy trouncing that game in a public commentary recording.
I've never really played any of the Disney games.
Kid.
And you shall get, give me
Darkwing Duck.
No, a movie Disney game tie-in. Whatever.
Cinderella's Palace Ball.
Wait, now that I think about it,
No,
is Toy Story even Disney at all?
Well,
Yeah.
technically, it's owned by Disney.
It's Pixar, close enough. Anyway, I'm going up here to get an artifact, which you don't technically need to get, but you get a star piece for it, so I figured why the hell not.
Yep.
I don't know what that's supposed to be an artifact of, though. It's just sort of a doll type.
It belongs in a museum.
It
It
looks
does
like
belong in a museum.
it looks like what do you call a voodoo doll?
Sure. I can go with that.
Why don't I
Yeah.
have these things in all the other Mario games?
The hell? Oh, you can trigger battles by making your bomb walk into it.
If you make it explode, it counts as a first strike, and it'll do a full bomb worth of damage without having to use any flower points. So
Huh.
while it's a little bit hard to get it to hit, it's very effective if you manage to do it right.
Could you get ambushed if an enemy attacked your partner?
Not the partner, no.
Not the
Why,
partner, only
why
you.
is this pyramid like curving the entire way? Is it a round pyramid? because
To be honest,
Oh my
I
god,
don't
oh my god, oh
know.
my god, oh my
This is-
god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
To be honest, Lewis, I don't know. This is the only dungeon in the game that does that. Maybe
It could
maybe
be like the Spiral Tower in Mario 3.
It's
I
a
think it's more
pyramid.
just to make the area seem a little bit more visually distinct, because it's just sort of gray and tan bricks most of the time.
It's a pyramid. It's supposed to be square. The fuck is wrong with you people?
I'm not
Well, it's
really sure
space.
why it does that, though.